Hello, and welcome to Quiz Coconut's Quickfire Quiz Pod with me, James Cutler. 7 years ago, I launched Quiz Coconut, and we've since hosted over 2,000 pub quiz nights. Each episode, I pick 10 of our best questions so you can improve your general knowledge, boost your brain power, and learn some useful and useless facts. Answers will be revealed at the end of the episode, and there's one rule: don't use Google.
Use your coconut!
Ho ho ho, quizzers, have I got a festive treat for you. It is the first of our two-part Quiz of the Year special, a bumper episode with 20 questions. This episode covers the news stories from January to June. Let's see if you were paying attention. Here we go. Question 1. How many people who start the month attempting dry January don't make it past the first week? 1 in 10, 1 in 4, or half the people who try? Number 2, big news in January. Which organ was successfully transplanted from a pig to a human? Number 3 was my favourite viral news story of the whole year. See if you can fill in the missing word from this headline. 3 cats outmaneuver their 2 humans to hold a blank hostage for weeks. 3 cats outmaneuver their 2 humans to hold a blank hostage for weeks. I think with that one you either know it or you don't. That's question 3. Question 4 moves on to February 2022. The Winter Olympics were held in Beijing. Which country won the most medals? And for a bonus point, tell me where the 2026 Winter Games are going to be held. Number 5. The legendary Eve Muirhead retired as Olympic champion of which sport? Question 6. Movies. On the 1st of March, the 16th film starring which fictional character was released in the theatres? As always, if you need any more time with these questions, just press pause and play when you're ready. Also, another sports question for March. Question 7. Which quarterback becomes the highest paid NFL star in its history? And for number 8, big celebrity news here. Which 2 people were on the giving and receiving end of the most talked about slap of the year? On to April with question 9. Which tennis star was jailed for 2.5 years for hiding assets to avoid paying debts? Number 10, also in April, the show Derry Girls was back. Which former president's daughter made a cameo at the very end of the last episode? Now, lots of things happened in May. Here we go, number 11. Apple ended the production of what product after 21 years? Number 12. An Andy Warhol portrait of who sells for $195 million? Number 13, the Eurovision Song Contest was amazing. For 1 point, tell me which country won it. And for another point, tell me in which city will it be hosted next year. Number 14 and 15 are big stories from the UK, so skip these if you don't know what I'm talking about. Number 14. Neil Parish resigns from Parliament after being caught watching pornography on his phone. But what did he say that he was looking for? And number 15, the Wagatha Christie trial began. Who was suing who? Name them both for a point each. Number 16, back to global stuff. Which Formula One racing circuit debuted in May? And who won it for a bonus? Number 17, I'd like you to complete the first line of a rap by a presenter that went viral on social media. My money don't blank blank, it folds. And on to June. Of course, Queen Elizabeth had her Platinum Jubilee. We did release a special Jubilee episode. If you'd like to listen to that, you can scroll down on your podcast provider to find it. Let's look at the other things that happened in June. Question 18. For 1 point each, which 2 South American countries elected new left-wing presidents? Our penultimate question, number 19. Which country revealed plans to be the first to put a warning message on every single cigarette? The message would read, poison in every puff. And number 20, 3 points here. Who hit number 1 with a song 37 years after its release, after it was featured in a Netflix series? 1 point for the singer, 1 point for the name of the song, and 1 point for the show. Pause the pod if you need more time for any of those questions. If you're ready, here's today's joke.
This is today's bad joke.
What do Amazon factory workers get for Christmas dinner? About 10 minutes.
That was today's bad joke.
Okay, everyone, here we go with the answers. A whopping 28 points available. Let's see how you do. Number 1, 27% of people don't make it a week in dry January, so a quarter was the answer we're looking for there. Number 2, a heart was successfully transferred from a pig to a human. Sadly, the chap died 2 months later. Number 3, fill in the missing word. 3 cats outmaneuver their 2 humans to hold a blender hostage for weeks. Yes, this was the gripping story of a blender which arrived in a box, and the cats sort of took turns to sit on top of the box so the owners couldn't get to their blender. And you thought you'd had a bad year. Number 4, Beijing Olympics. That was won by Norway with the most medals. Well done, Norway. And for the second point, the next Winter Olympics will be hosted between Milan and Cortina d'Ampezzo in Italy. Number 5, Eve Muirhead retired as the champion of curling. Number 6, Batman was released on the 1st of March, the 16th film featuring Batman. Reminds me of actually when I met my wife, we went on 9 dates. The first 8 we went out for dinner, and then we watched the Batman film, so our dating went dinner, Batman. Number 7, Aaron Rodgers of the Green Bay Packers became the highest paid quarterback in NFL history, signing a 4-year deal worth over $200 million. Number 8, Will Smith slapped Chris Rock. 1 point each. Number 9, tennis player Boris Becker was jailed for 2.5 years. Number 10, at the end of the Derry Girls season, Chelsea Clinton turns up. Number 11, Apple ended production of the iPod after 21 years. I don't know about you, but I get a sinking feeling. Number 12, an Andy Warhol portrait of Marilyn Monroe sold for $195 million. Number 13, Eurovision was won by Ukraine for 1 point. It'll be hosted in Liverpool next year for the second point. Number 14, Neil Parrish claimed that he was looking for tractors when he stumbled across pornography, and he did so twice. Number 15, Wagatha Christie was a battle between Colleen Rooney for 1 point and Rebecca Vardy for the second point. Number 16, Formula One debuted in Miami in 2022. The race was won by Max Verstappen for the second point. Number 17, according to Louis Theroux, his money don't jiggle, it folds. Number 18, both Colombia and Brazil, for 1 point each, voted in new left-wing presidents. Number 19, Canada decided to put a warning message on every cigarette sold. And number 20, Kate Bush went to the top of the charts after 37 years with Running Up That Hill after it was featured on Stranger Things. 3 points if you got all of that. So, remember your score. We're only halfway through. We'll be back next week for the second half, July to December. Don't miss it. If you enjoyed today's quiz, why not book us for your next event? We host corporate events in the UK and Canada and virtual events all over the world. And don't forget to subscribe to the Quiz Pod so you never miss an episode. We'll see you next week. Quiz Coconut, nuts about trivia.